The name Yu Menglong has echoed across the entertainment world for months, but the intensity of the storm surrounding his mysterious death has reached a new level, one no one saw coming. What began as a tragic incident has spiraled into a web of accusations, leaked files, anonymous testimonies, and most recently, a shocking report claiming that Yu Menglong's agency may have intentionally hidden crucial footage connected to his final hours. When whispers first emerged suggesting there were missing recordings from the night of his breakdown, the public reacted with disbelief. But disbelief turned into suspicion when industry insiders stepped forward with alarming claims that the agency not only withheld evidence, but may have destroyed material that could expose uncomfortable truths about how the young actor was treated behind the scenes. The story begins with a now infamous dim room video, an unedited clip where Yu Menglong appeared to be alone, shaken, and visibly distressed. The footage, leaked in fragments through underground fan forums, ignited chaos across social media. His eyes, swollen from crying. His voice, trembling. His words, broken and barely audible. The world demanded answers. How did one of the industry's most promising stars reach that point of fear and emotional collapse? But the shock report reveals something deeper, that what the public saw was only a portion of the remaining recordings, allegedly the least damaging segment. According to a former employee in the agency's digital archiving team, the full video originally spanned over 47 minutes, far longer than the 3-minute clip that leaked online. The complete footage, he claimed, contained details not only about Yu Menglong's psychological state, but also about the environment he was subjected to during the months leading up to his death. Another anonymous source, this time a technician responsible for internal CCTV systems inside the agency building, claimed there were 5 different angles recorded that night. Only one angle has been publicly seen. The report alleges the other for contained interactions between Yu Menglong and agency personnel shortly before he locked himself in the dim room. The technician says those files disappeared from the server less than 24 hours after his death. If true, this changes everything. The agency, under intense pressure, issued a short, carefully worded statement insisting they have no knowledge of hidden footage and have fully cooperated with authorities from the beginning. Yet, their statement did little to calm the public. The wording was vague, strangely cold, and avoided addressing whether those recordings ever existed in the first place. The lack of transparency only fueled the fire. Investigators familiar with the case have confirmed that when they requested the internal video archives, the agency responded with what they described as incomplete data and unexplained gaps. These gaps were not small, they covered crucial hours of the night. When investigators asked why, the agency blamed it on a server malfunction. But the report highlights discrepancies in the server logs that undermine this claim, suggesting the files were manually removed. As the controversy grew, a former associate of Yu Menglong stepped forward with a heartbreaking revelation. According to him, Yu Menglong confided multiple times that he felt suffocated by expectations placed upon him, not only by the industry but by a management style that, in his words, never allowed mistakes, never forgave weakness, and never cared for the person behind the star. This confession has shaken fans, many of whom admired him not only for his talent but for his gentle persona. Behind the camera, however, it now seems he carried emotional burdens no one knew the full weight of. The shock report alleges that the missing footage may show direct confrontations between Yu Menglong and his management. If such scenes exist, they could reveal whether he was pressured, manipulated, or left without proper emotional support during his breaking point. The potential existence of such footage has sparked global outcry, with fans demanding the full truth. Hashtags calling for transparency trended for days, overwhelming social platforms. But the report goes even further. It suggests there may have been audio recordings, voice notes Yu Menglong himself recorded, saved on his agency-issued smartphone. The phone, however, is also missing. According to employees, it was last seen on the night of his breakdown. Authorities asked for it multiple times, and the agency claimed they were unable to locate it. Unable to locate a device issued to their own artist. The claims seemed absurd to fans and investigators alike. The report details something more disturbing, that someone from within the agency allegedly performed remote data wiping on the device shortly after the news of Yu Menglong's passing became public. If proven, this action alone could suggest intentional tampering with evidence, an accusation the agency continues to deny. Fans worldwide have turned into amateur detectives, analyzing every clue, every rumor, every frame of the leaked video. Some believe the dim room clip was leaked by someone inside the agency who wanted the truth to come out. Others think it was stolen by someone who stumbled across it. Whoever released it set off a chain reaction that now threatens to expose one of the entertainment industry's most tightly guarded secrets. Meanwhile, questions continue to grow. If there were additional recordings, what did they show? Why were they hidden? Who gave the order to delete or suppress them? Why hasn't the agency demanded an independent investigation to clear their name? And most importantly, could these recordings have revealed something that could have changed the public's understanding of Yu Menglong's final moments? One part of the report that deeply unsettled fans describes what was allegedly captured in the original footage before the edit. Yu Menglong crying out softly, saying he couldn't meet the expectations anymore, and begging for just one day to breathe. Those words have now become symbolic, painted across posters at candlelight vigils held by fans across China, Taiwan, Korea, and beyond. His emotional breakdown was not a moment of weakness, it was a cry for help the world never got to hear until after he was gone. The report concludes with a heavy statement that the missing footage may be the key to understanding whether Yu Menglong's death was the result of depression, pressure, emotional abuse, or something more alarming. And if the agency did indeed hide or destroy footage, it could mean they knew the truth long before the public did. The entertainment world now stands at a crossroads. The demand for transparency has reached a boiling point. Fans are refusing to let this story fade, and the pressure on the agency is stronger than ever. As more whistleblowers step forward, the narrative is shifting from tragedy to cover-up, one that could redefine how the industry handles its stars, their mental health, and the truth the public deserves to know. The world may never recover from the loss of Yu Menglong, but uncovering the truth behind the hidden footage may be the closest we get to justice. Until all recordings are revealed, until all secrets are exposed, this case will never rest. And neither will the millions of people who loved him. The storm is far from over. The truth is getting louder, and the agency, whether guilty or not, will have to face it. The fallout from the alleged hidden footage intensified with each passing day. What began as speculation has grown into something much larger, something the agency can no longer silence, no matter how carefully they craft their statements. The public has shifted from mourning to demanding accountability, and with every new leak, every new anonymous testimony, the walls surrounding the truth begin to crack. In the days following the shock report, a new twist emerged when a former editor who previously worked on the agency's digital content claimed that he once handled a file labeled Menglong_confidential_3. He revealed that the file was heavily encrypted and stored separately from other routine materials. What made his testimony unsettling was not just the name of the file, but the fact that it was placed under an internal classification reserved only for legal disputes and crisis management. "I was told never to touch it," he confessed. Even senior staff avoided those folders. If this file truly existed, it raises a chilling question. What did the agency know long before the world found out? More distressing still, several fans who conducted independent research discovered inconsistencies in the timestamps of the clips that leaked online. They noticed subtle jumps, milliseconds missing between frames, suggesting that the footage had been edited before leaking. This has fueled the theory that the leak was not accidental but strategic, released by someone who wanted to expose the truth but also feared the consequences of releasing it in full. Meanwhile, pressure on the authorities has intensified. Public petitions demanding a reinvestigation have accumulated hundreds of thousands of signatures. Media outlets that once hesitated to criticize the agency now openly question their credibility, and legal analysts warn that if the allegations of tampering are true, the consequences could be severe. Fans continue to revisit the dim room clip, searching for anything that might hint at what truly happened in those final hours. They focus on the way Yu Menglong glances toward the door, as if expecting someone. They analyze the shadows, the audio distortions, even the pacing of his breath. It is heartbreaking but also revealing. Something terrified him. Something made him feel trapped. A behavioral expert interviewed anonymously for the report said the video does not resemble a random emotional collapse. Instead, he described it as a response to prolonged psychological distress. His assessment added weight to the claims that the environment around Yu Menglong may have been far more suffocating than fans ever imagined. Now, as the story expands globally, the agency finds itself at a breaking point. Every statement they release is met with skepticism. Every silence is interpreted as guilt. And every new leak pulls them deeper into a storm they can no longer control. What remains clear is this: the world wants the truth, and no amount of hidden footage, deleted files, or corporate denial can bury it forever. Yu Menglong's voice, once trembling in that dim room, has become louder than ever. And the people who loved him, watched him, and believed in him refused to let that voice fade. The investigation is shifting, the pressure is multiplying, and the truth, however painful, feels closer than ever. If you want the full truth behind Yu Menglong's case, make sure you don't miss what comes next. Subscribe to K-Drama Gossips right now, your #1 hub for real-time updates, hidden leaks, and shocking twists the mainstream media won't touch. Hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications, and stay ahead of every revelation in the Yu Menglong investigation and other breaking K-drama scandals. You don't just watch the story here, you uncover it. Join the K-Drama Gossips family today. The truth awaits.